All right, everyone. Let's try to do another 10-minute match. I've been reading one of my Japanese books, which is kind of the basics of Yagoda. Um, Honestly, it's just a really good beginner castle to try out. The book's all in Japanese, unfortunately, so it takes me a long time to read it. So honestly, I just need to spend more time with Japanese books in anyway, so I can up my speed. But yeah, it takes a little bit of effort. I'm so sorry about my voice. I've been a little bit under the weather recently, so we'll see how well I do.
お前が後手だ
Oh man, it's like all
対局開始
QQ people. Really? Yeah. Okay, so fourth file, rook.
船囲い
He's going for Mino Castle. You gonna go central rook here? Bring it over. I've seen this happen before with Mino Castle, where they bring up the center pawn. I'm curious about. Mino Castle? Yeah, I gotta bring this gold up.
櫓囲い
Oh, cool. I finally got Yakuda. I don't want him to be able to just freely have his knight there. I've made that mistake so many times, but still can change there.
総櫓
Don't want to bring. Yeah. And take. I'll push that one. He doesn't want to have to deal with that. So, and then now this rook is free. So it can attack on this file. Go this way. Okay. Not in the way of. Why one? Don't want any type of like bishop drop later. We're running out of like developmental moves. Oh, really? I mean, pawn push, pawn. Yeah. Okay. If I take I mean, silver can take. The problem is like, then I can drop another piece, or yeah, drop another pawn here, but then he'd back up, and then I'd block myself. The silver can't really develop. Like he's kind of trapped it. I come up the center instead. Take. I don't really have much
7
there.
分
Um. Like I can't clash the silvers really. Right? I do that. Then pawn drop here. He takes. Then I can force this exchange, right? He's probably just gonna move his rook over. I do that. Yeah, let's go with that. I'm gonna take my rook. I push my pawn here. Take. I mean, he can ignore too. Let's see. It actually wasn't what I was going for, but the silver drop would just bring the gold back. Silver drop here could just bring it back. Trying to think like,
5分
you know, God, that wasn't my intent at all. Hmm. Would it be silver here? Still only one piece. I think that would probably be better. Then he's just gonna take that. Keep taking up way more time than my opponents do. see. We'll drop here. Oh, I see. Crap. Is that it? I can take that. And take. Making silver drop and he's gonna gold drop. Like I think that's it, because like any piece I put here is gonna drop a gold here.
3
And
分
then I have to run and he's gonna take. Yeah, that's I'll let him get the checkmate. Let's go ahead and silver drop. Gold drop. Gold drop. Wait, what? I mean, that literally was a checkmate.
2分30秒
I mean, it's still checkmate no matter what piece I use here.
lose
Yep. Was there anything quick I could have learned from this? I shouldn't have. Like, Yagura's weak against side attacks, and I should have either defended earlier and fortified my castle, or I should have just not let him exchange rooks. My knight was actually kind of in the way of my silver going back. Like, there's a... I don't want to attack on that side. Like, this whole formation was kind of ineffectual. And I don't know if this pawn push here early was a good idea. Like, if I just pawn pushed here... Pawn... Drop back, and then move this up. No, because that would have been the same thing, because after a pawn drop, he could have ignored it. Like, him freeing up... Could have, like, I guess, knight jumped? Ah. But that wouldn't have... Then that would have stranded my knight. Your knight really shouldn't go in front of your pieces. I could have redid my attack to here. That might have been smarter. Go central, and then take pawn drop. I'm not entirely sure. I'm curious about this move. I think it was just so if there is some kind of a bishop exchange, his lance is out of the central. And honestly, like, since I shouldn't have left that open, but it didn't really matter. I should have put it here. The reason why is if his rook comes here, or rook comes here and then can just take that. Yeah, I shouldn't have allowed that. I should have, before I started this, I should have moved my, like, kept only this one up one and moved my rook up one. Maybe. So when all this happened, I could easily do this and he couldn't take this knight. Not sure how that would have played out, but I mean, here he can either force the exchange of bishops, or he could have done a knight jump here to block it, but then I could have done a pawn drop here to like make his knight move. He would have gone this way. Take. Would have taken that. I don't know. My rook was in a bad position, honestly. Should have been like, that shouldn't have gone up to 2. It should have only gone up 1. And like before this, I should have moved my rook up 1. Because I still wanted to attack on this file and see how that went, but oh well. Wasn't necessarily a terrible game, but still need to learn to keep all of my pieces strung together. Like, if the silver's going to attack, the silver's no longer protecting this knight. So, well, thank you for watching. I'll have to do better next time.